Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We got our grand library right here, right mixed in with some of these buildings, with the train tracks running through here. Oh, it looks real good. I like it a lot. It does feel a little odd not having buildings kind of next to the train tracks, but I also think it works. Because it's almost like it's its own separate thing, which it is, but you know, you get what I mean. Anyway, so I mean, we're just gonna continue expanding. We have no reason not to, for one thing, but also, I mean, like, what else are we gonna do? You know, it's a lot of that kind of stuff that we got to do, but that's okay, because that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You got to do things in order to accomplish other things. It's just, it's the nature of how things are, you know? Anyway. Go ahead and expand this down. And we'll have a normal road here, no one-way roads around here. And we'll do that. And that's fine. I mean, having these gaps here doesn't really bother me all that much. You know, we don't really have to be efficient for one thing, but also, I mean, even from an aesthetic kind of point of view, we don't even really need to worry about it. Alright, so there's that. And it all falls under the district, which is cool. And we got residential demand, so we're going to continue to oblige that. Or, it's the right word, right? I can use that word in that context. Can I not? I promise I understand the English language to a certain extent. My SAT and ACT scores from years ago say so. That's entirely what I'm going off of. Okay. Alright, so not a whole lot of change in terms of the university, but, I mean, not a whole lot we can really expect, honestly, because it can only grow in terms of the amount of students it has based on the amount of people that we move in each year. So, you know, if we're not moving in as many people, obviously it's going to slow down and reflect in the numbers for that year. So, we'll see, though. I mean, like, ideally, I would like to get it filled up to capacity, but whether or not that actually is going to happen is, of course, up in the air. Get rid of some of these abandoned buildings. Because these people don't know how to run businesses, and then they just leave their buildings. Then I gotta bulldoze them, you know? And it's a whole ordeal that I have to deal with, you know? Oh. Alright. I know I keep gushing over this, and it's not even like a braggadocious kind of thing, because I could care less that I made it, you know? It looks so nice. I mean, like... See, I lived up in Boston for about 8 or 9 months, and I hated it up there. Nothing against the city or anything, but I just hated being away from the people that I knew and the people that I cared about. Unfortunately, I'm not going back there. But even so, like, part of the reason I didn't like it up there was because I thought I was going to enjoy living in an urban environment, and I didn't. You know, I didn't at all, actually. And, you know, and now I kind of have like this this negative outlook on living in urban areas. But, you know, in games like Cities Skylines and SimCity and these city builders and whatnot, they make these urban areas that you build look so homey, you know, like make them feel like they're not, you know, so what's the word I'm looking for, like lonesome, Because that was my issue, or at least part of it. Was that even though there was a lot of people around me, you know, I came from Cleveland to Boston, you know, so I didn't have anybody there that I knew. And I was secluded almost. No, not secluded, that's not the right word. I didn't have the opportunities to be around other people as much. And it sucked. I hated it. But anyway, I wanted to go off on that tangent to kind of really, more than anything, pay respect to this game and to other city builders in the past, because they make living in urban areas like this, for example, or, you know, down here and all throughout here, they make it look, you know, appealing and really nice. And I think that's more a testament to the games themselves than it is, you know, a testament to how urban areas actually are, you know. That's all I wanted to say about that. I don't have anything else to say. How many people do we actually have coming here? 58 visitors and 28 tourists. Okay. Or a formidable library. Library shouldn't be formidable. It should be welcoming. We actually have people using the airport now, which is good too. Even though it was only 53 people. It's about as many people that go through the Cleveland International Airport on a daily basis, so. I'm joking, but I mean, you know, the joke is that it's the Cleveland airport, you know. Nobody's coming into Cleveland unless they're from there, and nobody's leaving Cleveland unless they're from there, you know. But anyway, I get to make fun of Cleveland because I live here, okay? That's how it works, all right? You're not allowed to make fun of cities that you don't live in, okay? That's the rule. It's like it's an unspoken rule, okay? Like, a lot of people like to poke fun at Detroit. Do you live in Detroit? No, you don't. Okay, you don't get to poke fun at it. Poke fun at your own city. Okay. You know, like, one of my friends, you know, he lives in Seattle. You can poke fun at Seattle. Ooh, we're on Amazon's dick all the time. There you go. That's you're the only one that can they can really make fun of them for that. Because otherwise, it's just like, hey, you know, you're poking fun at other people's cities, and it's like you're not even taking a look at your own city, you know. I lived in Pittsburgh as well I grew up in Pittsburgh, actually, is what I meant to say. I spent a lot of my time growing up in Cleveland too, but early on, I grew up in Pittsburgh. So I have the right to poke fun at Pittsburgh too. That's just how it works. No need to question it. Although there's nothing to really poke fun at Pittsburgh at, except for the people. Less the city, more the people. You know, all those goddamn Yinzers and whatnot. Never heard anybody actually unironically use yins before. And I've been to Pittsburgh many times. You know, I have a lot of family that live there too. I've never heard anybody unironically use yins before while I'm there. I'm waiting for the day, honestly. The day's gonna come. I'm gonna hear it one day. And it'll honestly be probably one of the greatest experiences in my life. Somebody will be like, oh, Yin's going to watch the Steelers tomorrow, and I'll be like, oh, there it is. I don't know why I think that's so funny, but it is. It really is. Another thing, too, is that, like, there's this kind of online, kind of like this meme. It's sort of a meme. It's not really you know, like a super well-known solidified meme or anything, but like, you know, there have been people that make fun of Westerners for saying "ope," you know, like "ope, sorry, you know, I was in your way, ope," you know, something like that. And I do that too. Like I say "ope" all the time, unconsciously. And that's another thing that Clevelanders can be made fun of for, because I know plenty of people that say it too. But apparently it's a Midwestern thing, you know, so people across the Midwest say it. I don't know. And in my opinion, it's not even that weird of a thing. Okay? Like, it's one of those sounds that you make, you know, when you're kind of, like, okay, take an example, all right? You know, you're walking into a door. Walking into a door of a building. Sorry, I need more water. You're walking in through a door in a building, right? Okay? And you don't notice that there are people behind you. Okay? So when you're opening the door and then you look over your shoulder to check if anyone's behind you, you notice that there are people like right behind you. And it kind of startles you a little bit. So you go like, "Oh, let me get that for you." And you hold the door open, you know? It's that kind of thing. It's not like, you know, it's not like not even something that is really like consciously said at all at any point. It's not like we go like "ope," "ope," you know. It's more like, "Oh, now let me." It's like a shortened version, you know, like a shortened, to the point kind of way of saying it, you know. So for that reason, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But apparently people think it's funny. It is kind of funny, like when you actually analyze it, you know. And I mean really like examine it, like, you know, what the fuck are you saying "ope" for, you know? Like there's no reason for you to be saying that, but you're saying it, you know. I get it, but I just don't think it I just don't think it's like funny at all, really. But it's probably because I'm I'm a person that says it, so I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why I went off on that tangent. Oh, you know what? I forgot to draw this road through here. That's why there are these gaps here. Because I forgot to draw this road through. Well, I mean, it's kind of awkward now, the way this is set up. Because there are like 2 tiles on this side, as opposed to 4 on that side. But, I mean, not a big deal. Doesn't really matter. I just noticed that there was something wrong with that, but not a big deal. And it won't even look that different. All right, there we go. Do. God. I was singing to myself before I started recording. I was just like singing random songs or whatever. Made my voice all raspy and sore. So now my voice is kind of gravelly. Can't really help it. Like I'm trying to drink water to kind of help myself out a little bit. But it is not really doing much of anything at the moment. It's okay, I sound sexy though, so. Right? Like, don't I just sound absolutely sexy right now? It'll make... maybe somebody will love me then. No, but... I'm in a weird mood today, too. I apologize for that as well. There's a part of me right now... And you know you're in a weird mood when you want to do this, but... There's a part of me right now that just wants to like randomly yell and scream and be loud. And that's why I was singing before. And there was like I had no reason to sing otherwise. But I would like that's why I was doing it. I just wanted to be loud. You know, apologies to my neighbors, but I don't really know why I have this compulsion, but it's there. There's nothing I can really do about it. I'm obviously not going to indulge it because I wouldn't want to put you guys through that, but didn't I? Wait a minute. I guess I didn't. I thought I drew a road here. I guess it must have been this road that I was thinking of, but we might as well do this. Phone is not blowing up, but there are texts coming in from my work, from the work group chat, and I don't want to look at them. When I'm not at work, I don't want to think about work. Why I kind of feel for the people that have jobs where their work or their jobs take up almost all of their livelihood, you know? And I mean, if they enjoy it, by all means, do what you want. But, you know, if you don't enjoy it, those are the people that I feel for, you know? Because there are some jobs that ask you, asked that of you, you know, if you're like if you're a standard journalist, you know, you always have to be available, ready to go out, you know, and report on things and whatnot. You know, it's another good example. Why are there so many cars all throughout here also? Like, where are you guys going? Are you all trying to get on the bridge? Some of you are, but it's no reason for there to be this many cars over here. Anyway. Yeah, like I feel for the people that, you know, that are stuck in those kinds of jobs and they always are essentially working, you know? I would hate that. There's a strong part of me that really does like the idea of having a set time when I work. You know, as much as people drone about the 9 to 5, and don't get me wrong, it doesn't sound appealing to me at all, you know, but the 9 to 5, or that, you know, that concept, honestly does not sound bad to me, you know. I really like the idea of having a set time when I work, you know, set time when I come in, a set time when I leave, and then I don't have to think about work from that point on. Now, granted, if you're doing something that you don't like and you're working that 9 to 5, obviously it's not going to be enjoyable. And I wouldn't want to work a 9 to 5 doing something that I hate, which is likely what that 9 to 5 would be. So, you know, I understand where a lot of the hatred for that comes from. And honestly, if I'm doing something that I enjoy, you know, and if I'm pursuing that in my career, then you know, I'm going to want to work beyond the hours of that 9 to 5, you know. Like, you know, I'm studying atmospheric sciences right now. And, you know, like, there's a part of me that just, you know, like, I mean, I love the idea of storm chasing, for one thing. But you can't dictate when weather rolls through, you know. It just rolls through whenever it does. And I would be perfectly okay with storm chasing at any hour during the day. You know, getting into my souped up van with all of my meteorology technology and, you know, tracking these supercells and going, hey, look at that, there's a tornado, and then trying not to die once I'm out there, you know. But anyway. Another weird tangent to go on, but It was something that popped into my head. I honestly don't remember how we even got to that, but... Do you not have water? You don't. Now you do. And, okay. Alright, so there's that. I wish I could make use of this space a little bit better. And you know what? I probably can. Honestly, like, I could probably just do this, right? Like that. Not really that big of a deal. I mean, it's just stop signs everywhere, you know, like, not really a big deal, I think. Then we can kind of just have a bunch of businesses throughout there, and it makes use of things a little bit better. Yeah, I don't think honestly that my career is gonna end up taking me down the path of storm chasing, but that's the dream, I think. You know, and it's nice to have a dream like that, you know, set in my mind, because for a while I didn't know what I wanted to do, and to be honest, I still don't really know if that's it, you know, because I haven't explored this side of things yet. You know, I was up in Boston studying journalism, and I decided, hey, I hate that. You know, and I'm heading down to Columbus to study atmospheric sciences, and I don't know if I'm going to like it, because I haven't tried it out yet. So maybe this isn't my dream, but, you know, it really feels like it is. And it's a nice feeling to kind of know, at least for right now, you know, what direction I want to go in, because I've spent a while not really knowing what I want to do, you know. And of course, you know, I'm grateful to even have the opportunity to think about that, you know, to have this kind of problem, you know, as opposed to not being able to chase my dreams or, you know, pursue the things that I want to pursue at all, you know. All right, so I'm gonna finish this little area up over here, and then I think we'll call it a day, because time flies in this game, and I know we got to be at like the 20-minute mark now, right? What are we at? Yeah, yep, there we go, 23 minutes. Don't even know how that happens, but it does. All right, so there we go. And then what I was going to do is I was going to take this road, try and line it up like this, and then take it. Can I do this? I can, but I want to line it up better than that. Like, you know what? I mean, that works. Like, I don't really mind that. Honestly, it looks a little weird, but I don't mind it. I like having a little bit of weirdness thrown into the mix every once in a while. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's do this for one thing. There you go. Probably throw in a couple offices down here as well. You know, why not? Gotta appease that demand too. There you go. Have at it. And they won't get too big. Anyway, I don't think, because the land value isn't that high around here. At least I don't think. And then we gotta kind of see where the demand goes, and it looks like residential. We'll put that there and there. And then we'll throw in commercial here. There we go. Good, we figured it out. Okay, so this is all going to come in, and then next episode we're going to head back this way, kind of branch out over here, I think, just so that's out of the way. And then we're approaching this mountain here, which we're going to have to work around, and probably start building out down here and down here before we try and build on top of it, which I don't even know if we're going to, but could do another national park if we wanted to. I mean, it is a mountain, technically, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. And if you sit atop it right here, get a nice view of the entire city. But yeah, we'll figure that out in future episodes. For now, if you guys enjoyed this one, let me know down in the comment section below. Like it, share with your friends, and let me know that you want to see more of any game series that I do here on the channel. The link down to the game is in the description box below if you want to pick it up for yourself. Subscribe to my channel for more gaming content. I play all sorts of games on my channel. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will talk to you later.